Hello group, welcome to Action Rock Corner. This is our exercise where we do the shuffle feature on our YouTube likes and see what comes up. You know, we pick, you can pick up to 5,000 tunes on YouTube and then, it has a like feature. You want to hear your likes? Heck yeah. Hit it, but hit shuffle so that, because otherwise you get it from your newest going to your oldest. Shuffle, and they know what you listen to. So they give you what you really like and shuffle in some of the other stuff. So I picked 10 of the 40 something I listen to. And because I think I should share these with you so you can go check them out yourself. You want to hear Iggy Pop with David Bowie as a sideman? David Bowie doesn't sing. He's a keyboard player. In 1977, when both of them were stars. But Bowie, okay, I'll go with you and play keyboards on this particular tour. And where the nights this was recorded, the actual title track, TVI, was recorded in my hometown here in Cleveland at the old Cleveland Agora on a 2-night stand. So it's a kick-ass version of TVI. You should listen to it. It really is cool. So how's that for a start? How's this to follow that up? Turbonegro. All my friends are dead. At my age, that's kind of true. This is not this version. It's a live version from this big-ass festival. And they're just going nuts. All my friends are dead. Absolutely great song. Turbonegro is great. I actually got 2 or 3 Turbonegro songs in my session because I love my Turbonegro, as you should too. Okay? The hip kids know, and now you know too. Go listen to All My Friends Are Dead from, just put that in and they'll give you all kinds of selections of live in the studio recording of All My Friends Are Dead from Turbonegro. Just they gave me Snowballed. You remember how great Snowballed is? For those about to rock, we salute you. Snowballed is great. And it's a deep cut. That's how good AC/DC is. Snowballed is the deepest of deep cuts, and it's wonderful. Snowballed. Don't neglect deep cuts AC/DC. I have a sense of humor. And a couple of my humorous songs came through. So, Rilla Yankovic, you may not have heard what I'm about to mention. Rilla Yankovic does a pastiche, as they say, $5 word. Mashup is another word for it, of a couple Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young songs, or Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Mostly, the song that Real Al takes is Trudy Blue Eye Suite. In this, it becomes the song Mission Statement. It is a string of business jargon, cliches, bullshit, synergy, and monetize your assets, and all of that, nonsense you gotta learn in business school, I guess. And it's supposed to mean something. So he took all those phrases, put them to the tune of classic Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, especially Judy Blue Eyes, and it's amazing. And you gotta see the video for it, which is what I got through YouTube on my shuffle. I get to see the video this time. The video is great. It's hilarious. You have to check that out. Mission Statement by Weird Al Yankovic from this record, Mandatory Fun. Okay? Now I waste your time. It's great and funny as hell. Animant. You think Animant doesn't rock? I'll give you the song where he rocks. It's his last song of his Tokyo show, Live in Tokyo video. And his finale is Physical. You're so physical. Not to be confused with, what's the girl from Grease? Olivia Newton-John. Different song, different idea. He's talking about a strong girl he wants to make out with, but she's so physical. Probably can kick his ass, is what he's saying. And it's a grinder, and it's a rocker. But grinds, and Marco, the guitar player, holy crap. He's soloing to beat the world. If you think this is just pop, it's just pop nonsense, I think there's more depth musically and lyrically to it. Well, not lyrically, but discussed later. But Physical, you owe it to yourself. Look it up on YouTube. Animant, Physical, you're so physical. Hell of a tune. And there's a bunch of versions of it. What about some Runaways with Joan Jett? You may not have this one. This is the last Runaways record. In this version, it's And Now the Runaways, as you see here. But a bit later, Rhino Records get their hands on the master tapes, and that becomes The Old Girl's Lost. It's the same record, but in different order, and the song that I heard is Saturday Night Special, not the Leonard Skinner song. And it's a great song. And Joan just yells, hits that note. Is it screaming? Is it, I don't know what. She screams really well. And that song, she's a Saturday Night Special. And it's a nice bit of sleaze rock. It's sleaze. And of course, much of the songs of the Runaways was sleaze, which may have been a bit inappropriate for teenage girls not old enough to drink yet or graduate from high school yet. But Saturday Night Special is a cool tune. Also on this record you get their version of Black Leather from Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols. You never heard Black Leather? You're missing out. And Saturday Night Special. Cool record. Not found alongside the other reissues from the Runaways. That's great stuff. The last 4 songs I will talk about is the first 4 songs that YouTube gave me. And YouTube did a nice job of finding 4 pretty cool hot songs to start my session. You may have seen my review about, if you didn't, no one did, Amyl and The Sniffers. You know, cool band going on tour. You owe it to yourself to hear this. Punkish in the vocals, but the music is just pure rock and roll, at least on this record. And what I got was Chewing Gum, which is a story about young love and a girl losing herself, you know, submitting herself per se to a man, despite the lack of wisdom of doing that. And I over-intellectualized it. Chewing Gum is a cool song. It's a nice video too. And there's more videos coming out of this record and more songs out of this record. It's a really great record. And Chewing Gum started my session. Followed up by a classic, Ian Dury and the Blockheads, Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. And pretty funky, actually. And really cool tune. And of course you can get that studio version, and of course a live version ends this record, which was the Stiff's record label, put all their bands on tour. And at the end of the night, everyone got on stage, everybody, you know, big ass band, to do Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll with Ian Dury. And if you never heard Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll by Ian Dury, what kind of education does this world have in music? What does the schools do nowadays? Come on. Great song. What they gave me was the Top of the Pops version from Tops of the Pops in England. Really cool. And it's a great song. You should hear it. Leave it at that. All right. I'm going to throw you a curveball. The version of the song that they gave me, I don't have a physical copy of. And I did not, I do this at night. I can't print off a thing to show you who the band was. But the song is a classic polka song, Just Because. Don't turn me out. It's great polka. It's a snotty song. And it kind of borders on, well, it's not sleaze, but it is a breakup song. It's not, just because, I love you. No, it's just because, get out of here. We're breaking up. You're gone. And, the Chardon, Chardon, polka band, did a nice video of Just Because, with pretty girls uh, fairly clothed for polka. Polka hat chicks, shorts and tied t-shirts, whatever. It's not like other bands would have them dress, but it's a nice video. Of course, the classic version of Just Because is by Frankie Lankovic, who's also from Cleveland. And here is, the Legends of Polka, first song, Just Because, by Frankie Lankovic. That's how highly regarded the song is. And just to show, yes, I do have Frankie Lankovic on cassette. His greatest hits with, Beer Beer Polka, Who's Told, does it? Too Fat Polka. Of course it has a Too Fat Polka. And Just Because. I say, polka led me to my love of novelty songs and sleaze rock. I'm sticking to that. Because good old Frankie Lankovic has a sense of humor. And he wasn't the only one. A lot of drinking. Too Fat Polka. He's not saying that he doesn't like fat women, girls. He's saying that Rose is too fat for him. Okay? Just too fat. Great version. Just look up Just Because. And it'll come up. You'll get multiple choices. Cool Yule Polka. Now, if you're an old person, and what followed that, what would follow Just Because? And YouTube did a great job of what you follow Just Because with. I call it the old man stress test. If you're an old man, you can't run. In order to take your stress test, to check an old ticker. What can you do to test the old man or old woman to see if the ticker's working okay? Well, one way of testing it is play them Just Because. And and when the song ends, no ad, no hesitation. You go straight, I said, no hesitation, to God Save the Queen by the Sex Pistols. A weak heart will skip a beat for that. My heart is just fine. I'm here for this video. So, straight. Underground Garage on XM radio and certain terrestrial radio stations. They did the gag first. Well, I think my buddy and I did the gag first in an old disco. But hey, there was no one there. What Underground Garage does is they will give you like Gary Lewis, This Diamond Ring. And with that hesitation, bang, straight into God Save the Queen by the Sex Pistols. And considering the age of the people listening to the Underground Garage, I hope they didn't kill anyone. Maybe the evidence was not definitive. So they're allowed to keep doing the gag. I don't know. I haven't heard a report. I haven't listened to Underground Garage in a long time. Too, I love their collections of their newer music on their label and others. The coolest songs in the world. Volume whatever it is. They stopped producing them a while back. So, if you're bored in the middle of the night and you need to run through a wall, God Save the Queen by the Sex Pistols. That'll get your motor running. So, that was my evening today, listening to a few good tunes. So, in the comments section, give me 10 songs. You don't have to explain it necessarily. But give me 10 songs that are, not albums or EPs. Just a song. Just 10 songs that, just if you heard it right now, you would lose your crap. What are those 10 songs? And I had a nice couple hours with my YouTube feature. So remember, YouTube, I promote you. Okay? So put together your songs on YouTube and, be your own radio programmer and hit that shuffle button. And if it sucks, it's your fault. You picked the songs. Okay? If you like this video, give me a like. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell, when the next video comes out. Leave a comment with those 10 songs, just off the top of your head. If you don't have your own YouTube-like section set up to run. And come back here. The latest in action rock, garage rock, sleaze rock, space rock, and classic legacy bands like the Pistols and the others that I spoke of here today. Yeah, okay. Polka's not so much action rock, but you gotta have variety in life, don't you? Yes, we do. And Ruled Out Yankovic, if you find the right song, definitely has some action rock in there. Depends on the song he parodies. So, we'll leave it at that. So, go out there with your music, find fresh music, have fun. That's the point. Okay? Until next time, go have fun. Thanks.